key one for me is the vast majority of people that work for Hatmill have come from industry. We've walked the walk and we've talked the talk. We've been at the coalface when things have gone wrong. We've done the operational roles, and I think that experience and exposure gives us something different to a lot of our competitors.
Hatmill is a company that's very transparent, it's open, it's a team of people that is there for you from day one.
I think there's two things. First one is recruiting only from industry, and doing that everyone's done the job, and I think that resonates really strongly with our clients. There's a lot of the feedback we get, and one that really stands out is you've changed our mind about consultants as a result of the project, which I think reflects really well on the value we add. And secondly, probably the fundamental part is our unique culture.
So because we're a TL company, there's no structure and it's flat, which means that as a consultant, I have the freedom to make decisions for my client that are best for my client rather than basing them on KPIs or targets that my boss might have set for me.
I think being open and honest with our clients and not being target driven helps us focus on the long-term benefits of the client rather than just chasing after a short-term target or a short-term KPI. So looking at what will be beneficial for the client in the long term, looking at what problems they might face 6 months down the line because of a decision they are making right now. I think that gives us, the client, a sense of reassurance that we are there for their benefit and we are doing the right thing rather than right thing for them rather than doing whatever is right for us as such. So being client-led and client-driven gives the confidence to the clients, and that also helps us get repeat business from them and build these long-term relationships. That is part of one of our values. So I think having that as part of our values and enacting those values, I think helps us differentiate from our competition.
So I've been on the other side, so employing consultants, and that's something that I was really aware of when I joined Hatmill. And I can say with complete honesty that there's a couple of points of differentiation. And the first one is that we act with 100% integrity the whole time. So it's really noticeable that if we finish work early, then we tell the client that we finished work early and we bill for the time that we work. There's no padding out, there's no erroneous charges or anything like that. It's just giving exactly what the clients ask for.
I think teal is one of the fundamentals, because we don't have that rigid hierarchy where, some clients potentially will listen to people who are a bit more senior, and that's pointless because most of the cracking ideas come from people who are relatively new because they've got those analytical skills still fresh. What we have with teal is we can blend the experiences and the skills and the abilities and the knowledge without having to then escalate that through some sort of formal hierarchy to have a conversation with the client. We can go in there with a mixed team and we can all deliver for the client. So for me, that allows the customer to be able to talk to anyone they want to within the team and not just hang on and talk to whoever the senior person might well be in a different consultancy.
I think it's, and it comes back to our values on the website in terms of, we're always honest, and that's easy to say but quite difficult to do in practice. So we are willing to have hard conversations with clients when potentially sometimes we do something wrong, but we'll own up to it and we'll fix it straight away. We don't try and bury it and hide it and create a very tangled web. We've focused on delivering the results because we've got people who've come from industry. They know what it's like to sit in the hot seat in an operation, and they know that quite often a change project isn't the highest priority, and we acknowledge that and we respect that, and we work in the background to make it as easy as possible for clients. I think we're great value, so we've got a really high bar to join Hatmill in terms of what you've done before or what your future capabilities as we understand it, and therefore we only put together really high quality teams. And I think something that people who join Hatmill often say to us, and don't say this in an arrogant way. They say quite often where I've been working before, I've felt like the smartest person in the room. I've just joined Hatmill, I now feel like the stupidest or the dumbest, and they're not. But as a group, they are quite an intimidating, really sharp thinking group of people who are natural problem solvers. And when you put that together and deploy it in a client situation, then they generally fix anything that comes their way.